Hey, this is Scott. We're at the Tennessee State Capitol. I'm standing at Citico Beach. We'll show you this massive map of Tennessee. This is huge stuff. I'm here for a spiritual reason. You know, there's a lot of people talking about this Bicentennial Mall, this park that's laid out kind of like a 2,200-foot magic wand, and it's got all the 7 major chakras and energy systems like that are in our body and through the earth and all over in this park. And I wanted to shoot quick videos on how these, I believe, relate to consciousness and water, and how water relates to our consciousness, and they're totally interchangeable, and we all need to know about this stuff. So here in Nashville, Tennessee, I'm from here, and I'm really excited to be sharing this. So check this out. This represents the first chakra, your first energy system, the Muladhara root-based chakra. This is all the physical stuff in our world. I mean, this is like the reality of survival mode. This represents all the water in Nashville and Tennessee. All these quotes on this wall behind me are all about water. As we move further up these other chakras and these energy systems in this park, I'll kind of relate to how consciousness and water work together, and why this is important to enhancing consciousness with water. So this is Muladhara. This is your root-based chakra, your energy system. That's like the survival mode. Everything here is so physical. I mean, we can hear this water crashing. We know what it is. This is, you know, kids come out and play in this. This is the perfect representation of your base root Muladhara chakra, this energy system that goes through your body. So as we move up through this park, I'm going to share with you these other chakras and how these energy systems work with water and can be used to enhance our consciousness. There's a train rolling by right now, just by the Muladhara over there, the root chakra. We're at the Svatisthana chakra right now. I believe to me, this represents like sex, your sexual energy, but also your tantien, your center of balance, like 2 to 3 fingers below your navel, your belly button, is the center of your body. It's where we find that balance from. Whenever you're balancing on a skateboard or a surfboard or whatever, or in life, or you're just, the center of your core of your being is focused right here. And so your breath work and pranayama and all kinds of energy work can be directed right here. I mean, in Tai Chi and different martial arts, you learn to operate through there. Have a strong core so that you can control everything around you and be adaptable and use the energies around you in your favor. So this area, this space, this square space, perfectly to me represents that balance point right in the center of our body. But again, it's another lower chakra, so the energy is, a lot of people operate on this energy on a daily basis, which is good, but they spend a little too much emphasis in these places and live out of these places, from the Muladhara, their primal instincts, to right here in sex and balance and trying to figure out, oh, money. The next chakra we're going to show you is kind of a reason why everybody's kind of locked into these lower chakras in these energy systems, which is good to learn and practice and everything, but living out of this space is kind of slowing us down as a culture, I feel. So this is the Svatisthana chakra on the Bicentennial Mall. Hi, so this is Manipura, the solar plexus chakra. This is the seat of fear and anxiety, and this is the 3rd major chakra system, and it resides here in our bodies. So we just covered Muladhara down low, the Sacral Chakra, where your balance and sexual energy comes from, and this is fear and personal power and getting over all this stuff comes from. But you can see in this amphitheater, the masses are facing these lower chakras this way. and the people on stage are kind of facing, you know, these higher chakras, because here in Nashville and Music City, music is a sacred thing, and you know, the physics of sound travel through us on a cellular level. It actually affects us. So getting into 432 hertz tuning, scientific Pythagorean Verdi tuning, the original Stradivarius violin was tuned at 432 hertz. Today, popular music around the world, the international standard is 440 hertz. That means the note A above middle C is currently tuned to 440. But that's unnatural. You know, like if you cut a seashell, or if you look at a tree branch, or look at the golden ratio, a phi ratio, this joint to this joint is a phi ratio, this one to this one is a phi ratio, this one to this is a phi ratio, 1.618. Or if you cut a seashell in half, this to this is a phi ratio, or the swirls on a branch. It's all this natural geometry that's in everything natural. And cut a seashell in half, it's got that spiral. Same thing with the cochlea of our ear. It has that same spiral. And so the sound that we hear, the sound that comes in, I mean, it affects us in so many ways. And unfortunately, the 440 hertz music that's played contemporarily all over the world right now, that's on stage, is perpetuating the masses to be uncomfortable in the seat of their solar plexus chakra and face this lower energy. So a lot of friends of mine, and you could go to different websites I could link you to, but you know, even Rudolf Steiner of the Waldorf schools and of biodynamic farming even talks about music played at 432 hertz versus 440 will enhance, will help the evolution of human consciousness, consciousness on the planet. Just having that frequency played. Once again, this is the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus chakra, where all of our fear and anxiety and stuff comes from, and where it harbors right here, okay? In our stomach and in our gut, you get, oh, yeah, I gotta make money, I'm stressed out, I gotta work, I gotta feed my kids, I gotta do all this stuff. You got the first Muladhara chakra, that's all the physical stuff, survival mode, I'm in survival mode, baby. Then you got like this little field of your balance or your sex, and people are like drawn in there, you know, sex sells, because right here, this amphitheater, this is where the masses sit and face towards these lower chakra systems, these energy centers. You know, media blasts it out, portrays all this stuff to live in fear. So this is where like pharmaceutical drugs, where like drink Coca-Cola, this is marketing and advertising and all this stuff plays like off of this stage in this amphitheater. And it's controlling mass numbers of people into thinking that that's the real thing, all right? But we're only at the third chakra, and there's 4 more major chakras to go. As we move further this way, we're gonna feel the heart chakra. It's actually fenced off. If we're gonna show it in a second, but this whole area is fenced off away from the heart chakra with a wrought iron fence. And the heart chakra back behind us is just a big, massive field. It's expansive as trees and just awesome. So that's where we're going now, because this is, you know, this is the stage. This is where people want to have you. This is where 440 hertz music is played on this stage. The stage where 432 hertz music and conscious music is going to be played
is way down that way.
It's way up the energy system. It's going to help unlock your consciousness. And once we unify this top consciousness, like higher consciousness, spiritual realm that's that way, with the physicality of the water, that's right here at Muladhara at the first chakra, and then we can entertain people through this medium, through this camera, on this stage, on this platform. Combine that all together, I mean, we're just clearing the channels right now for all this information and all this energy to be conveyed to you and for you to experience it. So this is the heart chakra we're looking at on the other side of the fence. We're just going straight to it. Gated off, there's a gate between it, but there's this really cool pathway with flowers growing in between it. Here at the Bicentennial Mall in Nashville, Tennessee. And as we go down here, we're opening up to the heart chakra. This big, massive, open field. Just full of love and play. In the middle, the heart has bottom valves and top valves. There's like 2 sections of this massive field. Just kind of closed off a little bit by these trees, then you've kind of got this artery, this channel of energy that can flow straight between these trees as we approach. All right, so this is Anahata, the heart chakra center. So it's a massive, humongous, expansive field. We were just in the other part. Over there you can see the amphitheater, the solar plexus heart and the chakra where anxiety and fear and your personal power is developed. And then you got the sacral chakra and the Muladhara down there too. But now we're in the heart chakra, so it's just all open and just chilling. This is the first place in the whole park where people are sitting on a bench facing each other and communicating. Right over here over my shoulder. So I think, you know, people come out here and play Frisbee. This is kind of a more communal, like a larger park. Earlier at the Sacral Chakra space, it seemed like it's a little smaller area. You don't have as much latitude to play with other people. Because if you're operating from the heart and living from that space all the time, I feel like energy can just open up. You're more responsive, you're more dynamic with other people that you meet and run into. And you can really share things you're passionate about and understand what other people are passionate about and really help people from this place. And just living from gratitude every day, you know, I've got a lot of mentors and, you know, say, you know, having an attitude of gratitude is, you know, the thing that'll make you richest the fastest, but richest whether it's money or friends or relationships and laughter and all that. So having this big space to converse with and play Frisbee in and do whatever and play in is just such a blessing to be here. And so I think to me this represents the Anahata, the heart chakra of the Bicentennial Mall laid out here in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, so this is Anahata, the heart chakra, and it's this big, massive open field where people are dialoguing right over here over my shoulder. We've got people conversing and just sharing laughter and communication and having a good time. We've got a photo shoot over here, just some really cool stuff. Steadicam, I need one of those, what up? So really cool stuff, just people living from the heart in this field. And that's why I feel that this is like the heart chakra of this whole mall. This is where people are just hanging loose. So as we move this way, we're gonna get in over here to the throat chakra over this way in just a moment. But as we go up, you can start to see this court of stars and these bell towers. Now this over here is getting into the higher energy centers that we're gonna get to in just a moment. And has some really far out things to experience over there, especially if you're here in person. If you ever get a chance to come out to Nashville, I highly recommend come to this spot, especially over there, and hang out for a little while. It's a vortex of very good energy. So we're moving from the heart chakra. It's a long chakra. It's the longest part of this. The heart chakra is the biggest, most expansive piece of this park as we're walking through these chakra systems. And next we're going to go to move upwards to the throat chakra where we communicate from. So hey, we're in the court of 3 stars. This is where the pineal gland, your third eye, ajna, and your crown chakra come together. This is like all the music is vibrating through my cells. The physics of sound travel through us. We're in Music City and we're at the court of the stars, where on the floor are the 3 stars of the Tennessee flag. I hear it's the only flag in the world that has 3 stars. So your pineal gland is the geographic center of your brain. Relates to your third eye energy system, your ajna chakra, and your pituitary gland, your crown chakra. These 2 glands are unlike any other glands in our body. If I were to say I'm a hydroelectric plant, just like a plant, like a tree, like these trees in the background, or a blade of grass, and to move my arm, there's a wire connected from my brain to my arm. Well, our pineal gland and our pituitary glands don't work like that. They work off of ultra high frequencies. So all of these waves that are passing through us, I mean radio waves, microwaves, x-rays, bombarding us, music. And we're in Music City. Music that's tuned at an unnatural frequency that gets people jarred and kind of uneven, which is like international standard for music right now, which is supposedly was implemented by Hitler and Rockefellers maybe. That's a story I've heard and read, and I can give you links to that. But if we go back to natural tuning and play music that's harmonic with geometric energies, with geometric patterns, the phi ratio, golden mean ratio. This is serious stuff. If you cut an apple and you see all these stars in it, it's got a symmetry to it. If you look at how the branches of a tree spiral up, or you look at a sunflower and see the geometry in the sunflower, or cut a seashell in half, or see a cross-section of one and you see that spiral, that golden mean ratio, that's what we're talking about. Our cochlea of our ear has the same spiral. Every cell in our body operates on that geometry. Everything in nature does. All the radio waves, sound waves, the natural waves of light that are hitting us right now are vibrating at these frequencies and influencing us whether we notice that or not. So what's really cool about the spike underneath where you're standing right now, this camera is, and the root chakra way over there that has kids running through these fountains of water, is that my goal, our goal to hydrate Nashville stems from charging the water with music and sound and love and intention, and this big massive field in front of us that I feel represents the heart chakra and heart energy right here, where people are playing and conversing and laughing and having fun. We can transform, take that energy, charge our water like this musical arena right here that we're standing in charges water through this underground spike through polyphonic sound every hour on the hour. We're going to help charge your body with super hydrating, ultra high frequency, good, powerful, love and energy, super alkaline, oxygen rich, more bioavailable antioxidants than anything in town water, because we are 3/4 water. We're this much water. So hydratenashville.com. We'll see you soon. Hey, my name's Scott Mitchell Atkins. I'm listening to myself in polyphonic sound. This is so cool. I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone. I hope you can, but I think it's mono. I don't know. So anyway, I'm hearing myself reverberate all around me right now. I'm standing at the Court of Stars at the Bicentennial Mall in Nashville, Tennessee. This is where I was born, right over there in Baptist Hospital. I feel like I'm here for a very important reason and why I chose this place to be born. My birthday is February 18th, 1986, 10:02 p.m. My mom had a C-section. And so I think, like, from all these books that I've checked out, going into the cusp of Aquarius into Pisces, I'm like right on the cusp, perhaps to the minute, which is the water bearer and the fish in zodiacals in the zodiac. So I feel like my messages I've got to share about water are extremely important. I sound like Superman right now. Like when Superman's listening to like Lex Luthor and he's like chiming in on a super